Well, hello, my friend. My name is Joe Bakhmotsky. I'm the founder of Power to Be Happy because I believe that we all have this power to be happy, to see greater clarity in life, to show up at our best every single day, and to keep up the hope that things can and do change. I'm also the author of Finding Hope in Times of Uncertainty, a guide to thriving in a challenging world of today. And it can be so tough. It can be so tough, my friend, to really keep your hopes up in this crazy world that we live in, because there's just so much uncertainty. There's just so much stress and tension and so much negativity and toxic influence that is happening all around us. That's why it's so vital, more than ever before, to find and hold on to hope that things can and do change. I mean, my inspiration for this book, and really for hope as an idea, as ultimately as a way of life, really grew out and was inspired by my conversation with my grandma, who is 96 right now, bless her soul, one of the wisest person I've ever met. And I was talking to her on the phone one time, and we were talking about the pandemic, and she said to me, I experienced something similar. And she told me about the time of typhus epidemic in the Soviet Union, which I believe killed like more than 3 million people. How crazy is that? So at the time, my grandma was 19, and she was a medical student, and she was sent to this like remote mountain village to help people out, right? To look after them because people were getting sick, and it was tough, right? Because typhus was a really bad thing. People were getting sick all the time. My grandma herself got sick, nearly died from it, and there was also a difficult time because there wasn't a lot of food to go around. And also back then, the quarantine measures means they had the Red Army guards posted around the village. It was like a shoot on sight policy if you're trying to live. How crazy is that? It really made me appreciate the lockdowns that we have had. So I was listening to all of that, and I said, Grandma, I said, this is crazy. How did you guys get through this? And she said to me, you know what? I said, Joe, we had hope. We had hope that one day things are going to be different. We had hope that one day things are going to change. And that just struck such a chord with me, because I realized it's what happened with me, and I guess in my life, and all those difficult times that I had to face, whether that's in my own life and dealing with panic attacks and depression and cancer, or family lives. All those times, one thing that I always remember is just trying to cling on to hope that things can and do change for the better. It's just hope is just such a humble feeling. It's humble. It's not about breaking through, and it's not about doing some heroic thing, but it's about staying humble, doing your best, and to keep going. I know that can be hard sometimes, and it's almost sounds too simple. It sounds too simple sometimes, because you go, oh yeah, keep going. That's hard, or but that sometimes is what makes the biggest change. Believing that things somehow will work out. Somehow they're gonna be different, because that's what losing hope is. It's a lack of change. It's a lack of change where you feel like things have just been the same and nothing's changing for the better, and things are only getting worse. But I would urge you to remember in these times that when you look at history, when you look at history of humanity, when you look at any time in history, a time of any crisis, a time of any major upheaval, a time of any major, kind of negative change, what happened is there was also a time of renewal. There was also a time of hope. It was also a time of rejuvenation when things started to pick up. That's how we've survived. That's how we're still here. That's why after every single crisis, we are still here, my friend. We still show up and we do our best. So history proves to us that hope is real. History is what proves to us that we gotta hold on to it. We gotta keep that spark going, right? And then we're gonna be able to invite change into your life and keep showing up, keep going. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing right now. What's real for you? What makes the biggest change for you? Whether that's, showing up for your family, showing up in your work, showing up in your community. When you go along with that, and when you keep going, when you push through, when you do your best, whatever that best is, it doesn't have to be epic, it doesn't have to be life-changing, but it gotta be best for you, whatever that is. And sometimes, for me, my best is doing a whole bunch of important things. And sometimes my best is just trying to survive through the day. That's how it is. And you just gotta sometimes just be direct about it with yourself. No one else, with yourself. Now listen, I want to quickly do this, just one thing to help you if you're in a place where you feel like you're looking for hope and you're looking for that spark, for something to just light you up and have that hope kind of just shine through, I want you to think about one just big dream that you have, or one just like wish that you have for life, something that really that fires you up, that gets you excited, that gets you moving, that makes you excited about life. What is that? Like your dream, or just the wish that you want to come true. And let's just say that let's keep it realistic. It's something that is within the realm of possibility. Like it's something that could actually happen. It could something that could come to life. So we're not talking about being able to change the past or anything like that, but something that is real for you today, something that you could imagine happening at some point in life. So what is that? What is the one wish or dream that you have? I hope you've got something like that in your mind. That may be something you're working towards, or an aspiration of some kind, or something that you'd love to make happen one day. Now I want you to imagine that this dream or this wish, I want you to imagine that you now have 100% stonewall guarantee that this dream is gonna come to life. It's gonna come true. That wish that you had is gonna come true. And there's no way around it. There's absolute certainty that it's gonna happen. You might not know when, you might not know how, but you know that it's gonna happen. Your dreams or your wishes is gonna come true. That's what hope is, my friend. That's the hope. Believe in, not if you don't believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. Believe in the hope that you have. Believe in your wish, because isn't that worth it? Isn't that what you dream about or what you want to come true? Isn't it worth it? And if it is, then you're going to make it happen. One way or another, you're going to make it come true, or you're going to be there, and you're going to be there for it. Just keep going, my friend. Please show up in the best way that you can. Right? Because that's what history is. That's what history proves us. That hope is all about movement and all about renewal and change, and it does happen. It will come to life. I know that hope sometimes is a difficult thing to hold on to, but it's kind of like, it brings me back to this time that when our second son, when he was 1 year old, and he had this thing where he would go around the house at night and he would point up and say, light. He was so amazed. So he would say, light. It was the cutest thing ever. But he would do that, but it was weird that I noticed that at one point he started doing it during the day, right? He would go up and point, light. I was like, what's going on? The sun is out, the lights are off. Like, what is he doing? And then I realized that he's pointing to where the light should be. And that's how I think about hope, my friend. Is the light that is there, even when you can't see it. So please, my friend, even if things are tough, hold on to hope that things can and do change, because we're in it together. And I really believe that it is alone that we suffer, but together we hope. My name is Joe Bakhmutsky. Thank you for being here. If you want to get more hope in your life, then I highly suggest you grab the copy of my book, Finding Hope in Times of Uncertainty, a guide to thriving in the challenging world of today. When you go to awayfromuncertainty.com, that is awayfromuncertainty.com, I'll tell you about it. There's a video. I'll give you a cool exercise to help you get on top of stress and worry. And also, in this video, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. And there's some really, amazing bonuses that I put for you with this book that I think can really help you to lead a happier, more fulfilled life. So go and check it out. awayfromuncertainty.com. My name is Joe Bakhmutsky. Thank you so much for being here. And please, my friend, keep up the hopes. No matter how crazy things get, things can and do change. Look after yourself.